Hello.
Hi.
Here we are again. So, Alex, what's been going on?
Well, I've had a pretty relaxed week because as of Monday, I don't have a job. So that has freed me up to really relax, focus on myself, go to ECT. I had therapy, hang out with my family. So that's been good.
Mm-hmm. Good. Any new therapies or issues, or how are things within the family? How are things going within your family?
So my kids are all amazing. Mauricio and I met with Sophia's therapist on Monday just because she wanted to have a check-in with us. So that was good. Got to share more about us, hear her tips on how to raise a teenager, which is not easy. And then Andrea and David, they see their play therapist next week. But they're actually in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
So they left on Thursday to go with my sister and her family to meet up with my brother and his family in Colorado. And they're having a blast. Leading up to it, Andrea, she was so sweet. She told me, she was crying, and she said to me she feels bad for all the bad things that have been happening to me. And she was crying. And then when we were leaving my sisters, she and David were teary-eyed. But now that they're there, they don't pay any attention to me.
Mm-hmm.
So they're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad because they're with my nieces and nephews and just enjoying time with the family.
Mm-hmm.
And Sophia's here with us. Tonight we're gonna go out to dinner with my parents, so that'll be good because she doesn't always get to spend time with them.
Because she spends so much time with
Lukey,
her boyfriend. The boyfriend.
Yep.
Yeah, but she's going to come with us tonight, so that'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Great.
Yeah, and after the kids start school, then I'm going to start physical therapy and occupational therapy just to help, the physical therapy to help with my left, leg, and occupational to help with my arm and fingers. And I might do neuropsychology. I think I have to go by TIER in Houston, but they don't offer it here in Katy. So my mom and Mauricio had the idea to go and request appointments after my ECT while I'm already
it's all in
Houston.
the same. Yeah, that location of TIER is right by there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have the neuropsych there.
Yeah, to help with my memory since the ECT has impacted it, and also just to have strategies for DBT, the dialectical behavioral therapy.
Is the other one CBT?
CBT, yeah, cognitive behavioral therapy.
Oh, yeah.
But mostly what I focused on when I was at TIER Challenge program, recovering from my surgery, what I focused on was DBT.
Okay. What is that again?
Dialectical behavioral therapy.
What does it mean?
A dialect, it means that two opposing things can exist at the same time. So, for example, let's say God. Good and evil can exist at the same time, and God can still be good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a dialect.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what is the therapy? What do they teach you in that sort of therapy?
So the strategies in DBT are, how can I better be having good communication skills? How can I live in the middle. So like living not on one extreme or the other, but living in the middle.
Like the bipolar extremes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What does that look like?
Yeah.
Man, that sounds like right up your alley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, okay. That should be good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you use any of those techniques at the moment? Those strategies and techniques right now?
I think I've kind of got them ingrained in me just from all the therapy that I've done and all the terrible circumstances that I've lived through. I've had to learn to live in the middle and not have rigid thinking about things, not have, a black and white perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say yes.
Mm-hmm. A lot of times people with bipolar, they like the mania so much that they don't like taking medication, to quell that. And so living in the middle, it can be very challenging.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like you feel that way at all.
I mean, I like to be manic. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? I mean, even non-bipolar people have been manic. You just don't call it mania. You call it, excited.
Happy.
Yeah,
really
because
happy.
When you're manic, you're just, everything is beautiful and never could be better. So that is definitely something that I could say that I love and appreciate, but I don't live there.
Right. Right.
And I don't want to live there because then there comes the depression.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I definitely don't want that.
Right. Yeah. All the superlatives that go along with being manic.
Yeah.
I mean, that, and everybody, like, in theory, wants to live at the top of the mountain, but it's never a good option.
No.
Because as high as you are,
Yes.
that's how low you're going to
yes, goodness.
get.
The first time I was manic, I literally could not remember my life for at least 3 days. And then when I found out that my manic experience was not real, I just started crying, and then I literally told my husband, like, the next day, I'm depressed.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just went super low.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what's happened to me every time.
Yeah. So let's talk about, so there's going to be a transition coming up quick because, we've been in summer mode and now school's about to start back. What's that going to look like? And as you said, you're not going to have a job.
Yeah. Well, so the job situation is really me having to take time to work on myself and make sure that I'm balanced and steady and in the middle, honestly.
Yeah.
So what I'm planning to do when the kids go back to school, so right now I've just been like taking some time to meet up with friends and have coffee or whatnot, but when the kids go back and there's like a stretch of time that I'm by myself without them, I'm gonna start doing physical therapy, occupational therapy. Then I have my therapist. I'm gonna have ECT, and potentially go to a support group for bipolars, or bipoles, however you say it.
Bipoles? Do people call it that?
I don't know. That's what I made up.
Hashtag bipoles. Well, that sounds like a pretty full schedule right there. Right.
Yeah, and my younger two are starting club soccer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like 4 to 5 hours a week that we have.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be full. And Mauricio's switching jobs, so that's gonna be new. And I can't drive. So I'm depending on this lady and my mother-in-law and Sophia to get around.
Uber and Lyft. Will be me and Josefina and Sosa.
Yeah. And, planning fun things like the girls' night and the time to just have the packing party.
Oh, yeah. We have to do the packing
Yeah.
party for Samaritan's Purse for all the 12 grandchildren to
Yeah.
send gifts around the world to kids their ages. And that'll be super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And teaching them something very important to give and the reward that comes with that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It truly is better to give than to receive.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, turns out. And they'll pray over the boxes.
Oh, yeah.
And put a little card in there that says,
Ooh.
you know, who they are, hopes for the child that they're sending to.
Oh.
At least the older kids will do that. I don't
Yeah.
think the 2-year-old and the 1-year-old will do that. But we can teach them to pray at that age.
Wait, how
too.
old's Cammie?
Cammie's 1.
1.
Yeah.
And Thomas is 1.
And Thomas is 1.
So the
Well, Cammie's close to 2.
oh, there
And
you
Christopher's
go.
close
Yeah.
to 3.
Yeah.
So that's the
But
youngest
anyway, yeah,
end of
they're
the
young.
spectrum.
They're not gonna do it.
Right. They'll
You can do it for them. I can do it for them. Lizzie can do it for them.
yeah, they'll try and keep the
Jose.
presents themselves, right? they'll be like, no, we're not sending this. Yeah, but that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's a nice charity.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're gonna do a cooking class.
Yep.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. I hear you're cooking a little bit now.
Not really.
Oh, I thought you were doing it like one day a week. You don't have a turn?
Oh, I need to.
Yeah, you
I should.
could.
I mean, I need to go to a cooking class first.
Okay, we'll do that. But really, all you really need is a recipe, and YouTube can teach you how
And
to
I
cook.
need to go on foodnetwork.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll show you. They won't even just give you the recipe. They'll show you how to do it,
Yeah.
what to do, and how to do it.
Oh, and later this month, I have to go back to the oncologist because he wants to see me, talk to me, because he's very committed to my mental health and he doesn't want to do anything without consulting my psychiatrist. So I'm meeting with my new psychiatrist on Monday and then my oncologist at the end of the month, but he wants to know if this anti-epileptic that he recommended will work for me because I had a seizure in July.
Yeah.
So I have to go to MD Anderson,
Yeah.
take that time.
Yeah.
That's an all-day affair.
Yeah. But we'll talk with all of that.
Yeah.
We'll talk with all those doctors and we'll talk about all of that. All right. Well, I think we're good. And for the
Yep.
time being, all is well.
That's right.
And we couldn't be more grateful, right?
Not today, Satan.
Exactly. Not today, Satan, you old bastard. Bye.
Bye.